Hey everybody, I'm here with my review for the Morphin Power Rangers 2010 Megazord. The 2010 version, not the original, as you can clearly see. One thing to go ahead and start off with, I am missing the flamethrower sticker in the T-Rex's mouth. I believe all the other stickers are intact on my Zord, just this one's missing. A couple other things to note is that I kind of did some customizing and tried to put some silver on the Mammoth. You can see, kind of see that shine on his feet. It's not normally there when you buy this brand new. Same goes with the Tiger. He has some extra, or she I guess, has some extra black lines on the face, along the forehead, and then along the nose here, as well as the mouth's been painted. One last thing to note for the customizing, I guess you could call it really bad customizing in my own opinion. Some pink lines on the gun just to give it a bit difference. And that's it. Onto the set itself. They are cheaper yet ironically more accurate show accurate versions of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Zords. As you can see, for one, the Mammoth has M's that actually look like they did on the show, as well as the head not being so gray. That might have just been from time. Although these are a lot smaller, a lot lighter. I don't have the original, but take my word on it that they are smaller. And they are light, I mean, yeah. This is supposed to be one of the heavier ones, and he is. These are cheap plastic. Again, with the colors being more accurate and the stickers being a bit more accurate, as you can see on these stickers here. But again, plastic cheaping, these treads are hollow. I don't know how I would really show you, but you can see my finger kind of dips into it a little. You see inside there, yeah, it's hollow. And I expect wheels on treads. I get that making actual treads on a toy would be very hard, but this is pretty pathetic. I mean, these are just nubs that look like wheels. You faked wheels. Ay. Next is the Tiger, who again I painted a little on the face, and again fake wheels. Here I don't mind it too much because I mean it's a big gear. I get it. It's kind of hard to get this little piece as a separate piece. But really here you even make it molded in the wheel and then don't have a wheel that spins. But once again, more accurate. Cheaper. The plastic is pretty cheap feeling. It's very light, very. There's probably a reason why this thing was only like $12 when I bought it. The whole set I got brand new for $12, so if that tells you how much it's worth. Next is the. This one's always been just basically a chest plate with the guns for feet, and then you just slap a bird head and wings on it. But this really is cheap. I mean, this is flimsy and just. I like the set as it holds just out. I can actually have a Power Ranger set that I don't have to pay like $70 for. But I don't know, this. At least this one actually had the stickers already put on. They actually look nice, but I don't know. The pterodactyl always bugged me. I mean, when you have it like this, it's fine, but even then, it's like, what's with this? It's just a shell, you know. T-Rex suffered probably the most. Depends on what you consider suffering. Well, for one, this is all just one solid piece. There's no end that flips up out of the way and stuff. And while there is a lot of nice molding, there's very little paint. I think the only thing I actually got paint was the head. Everything else is just sticker and plastic color. You now have these huge pegs sticking out of his knees, which means you can't have the leg at full stance. He's constantly stuck in this pose, which you wouldn't want a T-Rex in your pose, but it still bugs me that you just have these huge bolts sticking out, basically. Once again, cheap, empty, very light plastic, no real heft to it. Nice detailing, but no stickers, no paint. What stickers we do get are cheap and fall off easily. Like this one's already about ready to fall off, and this sticker fell off pretty quickly. He's also missing some black paint along the head. One good thing though is, while they are cheaper and not as hefty, they are leaner. They're not so blocky. They're not so I kind of see what they're going for, more kid-friendly toys. This kind of thing still pisses me off, but just got to live with it. But they are overall more accurate than the original, which is one good thing. We're going to move on to the tank mode now, which to form that, fold in the tail, fold in these legs, fold in these legs a bit, kind of just have it laying down. This one, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss it. Tail folds in. That's it. The T-Rex, it kind of depends on what it's up to you what position you want T-Rex, and I kind of keep it in the full stance and then just bend his feet. And then bring his legs back one click. And you can see kind of just standing there. Fold and kind of just looking forward again. Rip his head off. Put it here. I guess you could also, since it is a tank, we'll go ahead and have these guns up so that way it's like he's using them. Split this open. And you just kind of place it on the back, clip them in, and bring them forward. And once again, you can kind of see the cheapening thing I was talking about, how these are all hollow now, and you could swap them, but I just don't feel like doing it, and it's just so ugly, you know? Yank the bird feet off. You can either have them like this, which I think looks really stupid. I prefer to have them kind of like this. And once again, let me show you this with the bird gun. Hollow and cheapened, and like I said, I'm glad to have it, just bugs me a bit. And of course the bird just kind of clips on. It's really hard to do it right. You know, you can notice because of this, the paint's been kind of chipping off. This is actually a bit... Paint chipping off really bugs me. You kind of just gotta wedge it in there. Alright. Yeah, bird's definitely in there now. Or pterodactyl, I mean. And there's your tank mode. And of course, since there's no wheels anymore, rolling this is more just scraping very badly. I don't want to do it because I'm worried about getting all this scraped up. It's just the plastic on the bottom, but it would still bug me. But there's your tank mode. I'm glad they at least have this in here. It does look good, well, except for the hollow bits and the fact that it can't roll, but it's there. It looks like it did on the show. I'm happy to have it. Now on to the final transformation. Yank the bird back off. Stupid paint scraping or plastic scraping, whichever you want to call it. Yank the head back off, yank these guns back off, and the rest can just transform. So you take these, fold them in for the hands, bring the shoulder hits out. Now to show it kind of like the arms came down, transform as he stood up, but I'm just going to, you know, there is a little hole right here, right behind the head, that this tabs into, but it really doesn't stay. I mean, yeah, it's pretty loose. Then you just basically bend the legs into place. There. Bring these parts up his feet. Pull the arms down. Bring this down. Flip this open. The head can be kind of tricky because there's a little tab right here on this thing, and you have to kind of lift it up from the dinosaur head to go past the tab, and then push this in. Then of course, fly in, fold the head and wings in. Yep, it's the mode it was meant to be. Tab it onto the sides of the... Oh, what the heck, you're actually giving me quite a bit of trouble today, huh? Okay. Normally these tab in really... Oh, yeah, fold up the T-Rex arms. That might be why. There. Then fold up the horns. Yeah, I know I'm stupid. Alright. The guns just peg into the elephant feet or mammoth feet, whichever you want to call them. And of course the mammoth head, or mastodon, mastodon. There. They come with one accessory, the sword, which normally it's just pure gray plastic. I actually painted it a little to give it that gold it has in the show. I think it turned out pretty well. But yeah, buying this thing, it will not have that gold paint on there. And you just put it in his hand. There's a full look at him. And this mode's where some of the good parts come out about him is that, once again, a lot more show accurate. Not nearly as chunky for one. Like his legs are actually split and have a wider stance, more natural looking stance. Same articulations. I mean, only articulation he basically has is that 360 at the shoulders. He does have a little bit because the arm bends in from transformation, and yeah, that looks like a cool pose. You could say like he's charging up his sword or something, or he could even have the sword stick out the bottom as if he just grabbed it out of the ground. A couple poses you could get out of him. The legs do move. It can move 2 clicks forward, but at the second click, it actually causes this to fall, the chest plate to fall off. So you can only go 1 click forward. And if you want him to, you can break his knees. If you want like a kick going from the front, it looks like a kick. From the side, it looks like his legs been broken, like with bones sticking out. Poor guy. Oh yes, let's zoom in on that face there. That face is actually the sculpt and paint on the face is amazing. It is basically perfectly accurate. It looks great. It's just everything. And like I said before, this is actually very accurate, very good for collectors or kids who want the original Megazord without having to pay like $50 or $60. It's a very good for that. It's just don't expect too much. Don't expect it to roll. Don't expect it to be hefty or have die cast in it. If you do want a version that's like that and has even better paint and sculpting applications to it, you should get the Legacy version, which is probably like $80, $90 now. Speaking of Legacy, for comparison, here is the Legacy Dragozord. And for those who are interested in the Legacy version, it's exactly the same sculpt, exactly the same figure as this one, just better sculpting, better paint. Like all these stickers, I believe, are actually sculpted and painted and rather than just, stickers. Well, I think this part might still be a sticker, but it's a lot better and it's a lot heftier, and it probably actually has wheels. Woo! Extra $70 for wheels. I got this guy because this was before the Legacy figure started coming out, and I thought it would be the only way I would ever get him back then. I probably will get the Legacy version someday, but yeah, the bad points are the plastic's cheap, stickers can fall off easily. You do have to apply some of the stickers yourself. But the good points, I think, really outweigh the bad, especially for somebody who couldn't afford or wasn't able to get the original 90s version and wants one that's a bit more accurate. This is probably perfect for you. They're really cheap, even on eBay. They're only like $20 at most now. And I can really highly recommend it. So this has been Casey Transformed, and I am out.